Hey there, detoxers. You're not even proof here. Today we are doing a video about the analysis of the McJuggerNuggets character, Jesse Ridgeway, aka Psycho Kid. We are doing the episodes. We're not doing all of them, but we're doing most of them. And it is from the first ever episode, Psycho Dad Destroys Xbox, all the way until the two-part finale of Psycho Kid Kills Father and Psycho Kid Flees Country. Whereas, you know, for you who've watched, he fled to Switzerland and he kind of like still has his inner burdens. So anyway, let's quickly analyse the first ever episode. Here we go. So his dad, of course, grabs the Xbox, puts it in the fire, and I think like any sane person would freak out over this, because like I can imagine if my dad did it to my PS4, I'd fucking love it my shit. So here we go. But he's not finished, of course. Jeffrey, which is also named with a dad. Jeffrey's filming, he's giggling his ass off like a little girl. And there, yeet goes the Xbox. So, Jesse's doing the stereotypical male deer mating call. He goes like, "Woo! Woo!" So he's doing that. Yeah, and there you go, he says that. He's like, he's really distraught that his Xbox got obliterated. Right. So afterwards, Jesse gets pissed off at Jeffrey and real talk, Jeffrey. There'd be a fucking Jeffrey, like goddamn Hamza reference, man. Jeffrey is like the Jeffrey of all Jeffreys. Except, I mean, he does have a bit of bicep muscles, but blah blah. Next thing we're going to do is look at Psycho Family Apology. So, as you guys can see, Jesse starts the video off very sincere. He's been unfiltered and he is showing that he regrets what he did during Psycho Kid ruins Thanksgiving, because he flipped the table over because his dad started being pissed off about him for like also thanking Master Chief because he's a big Halo fan. So he later gets his brother to film, but I want to get to the conflict with his dad. And what Jesse means here is his dad isn't up to date with, of course, modern society. Because he thinks, you know, the stereotypical labour work of like, oh, do this hard work, you know, shitty 9 to 5, you know, that'll be good. It's a quote unquote real job. Well, that doesn't always apply, and, you know, I'm not even working yet, but I'll probably do some labour jobs at first. But like, he's just forcing it upon his son, and what about what his son wants? You know, via social media and all that. Which is true, as we know. So as we know, that was an error in the behind the scenes where the dad actually said yeah, but luckily because they went through it because the acting was top notch here. Aside from that one little error, so let's carry on. The dad could not believe the truth. because the dad, of course, doesn't understand you can get ad revenue off YouTube, and then from each view, once you got ad revenue, counts to like, I think when you start you get the average of like $5. I don't know how much it is in pounds, but I'm just guessing here. But you know, and the subscribers count, because if you've got like millions, fine, sometimes the views don't always match up, but it counts a lot with your overall status quo and just being a famous YouTuber, etc. That's a Jeffrey thing to say, just saying. And by Jeffrey, of course, I mean the Hamza Jeffrey, not Jeffrey who's filming, who we'll also kind of analyse a bit of his character in this as well, the brother, but you'll see, for example, later, guys. Of course he doesn't. Here we go, here's the build-up, guys. There you go, it was my favourite part. Because he's declaring the honest truth about how pissed off he is, and he's showing the fact that he's proven to his dad that having online, income is very good from all different social media, and that his dad is just not being caring enough to go invest some time in checking if it's a farce, which means if it's fake or bullshit, or if it's true about this whole idea. So what happens in this scene is, if you guys don't know, Jesse finds out that his dad isn't getting anything for Christmas yet. Jesse's still getting his dad some for Christmas, which is very unfair. And I can't remember if Jesse ends up giving his dad a present, but I find it kind of harsh, because literally Jesse only says all he wanted was one thing. But the video that I haven't included as well is Psycho Kid burns Christmas tree, because that one was kind of connected to this in a sense, and it made the video longer, where he burns a Christmas tree because he finds out he doesn't have a Wii U, which, in a sense, later you can kind of see that video games were a bit of the problem, but they weren't always the problem, because the family all had issues, character-wise, not IRL, but yeah. So they had that little argument there. And then, as you guys will see, Jeffrey, of course, makes a fucking joke out of it.
It went pretty well.
Right, so that's the end of the analysis on Psycho Family Apology. We are now looking at enemies closer, which, as you guys see, we'll also be analysing Raymond's analysis, aka King 86. But first, we'll actually look at the video.
Still using the new lens. We're gonna give it a shot.
So here we go. I don't wanna try and do the whole video, but I'm gonna do most of it, okay? Because it's a very important video.
Excuses me for my actions. I mean, that's not true. I mean, that's what an apology is, dude. When you say you're sorry, just like do whatever the fuck you want and then say sorry. Then it's like it never happened. It's not doing whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, but let's be honest though. Apologies in a nutshell. Someone could murder someone that had full intention, say sorry, and then most of the time society would be like, well, he's forgiven. That whole part from Big Brother, aka Jeffrey, is kind of flawed, because the whole point on saying sorry doesn't always matter, yeah, but the way how he explained it was not the best. He could have gone a bit more in depth than that anyway.
Very good reasons if you some mistake. So
Exactly. There you go.
there. If you can't accept that, then that's your problem. But my conscience is clear. I'm serious. I guess I have to accept it because no, you don't, because you're not going to anyway. Because you never do. You never fucking listen.
Which is a valid point.
I'm the one that doesn't listen. Jesse, I've been filming you for fucking years. Like all these little freakouts that you do, like you can't behave like that. Says you act like you're fucking God's gift to the.
Exactly. This point that he's gonna say is Jeffrey, yeah, he's proven a very fucking valid point about how Jesse freaks out and it's wrong. But Jeffrey does the exact same fucking thing. For example, in the watches, Soccer Dad watches, the Juggies, the 1 million special. Jeffrey ended up freaking out after the camera got smashed. That's so fucking hypocritical, and this was way, 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 way before Enemies Closer, so still can't believe Raymond did not even touch on this, which you'll see later.
World. You're not any better than me, dude. You threw me up in a fucking net. And then okay, that was I was able to appreciate the creativity with that prank. But then you smacked the glasses off my face? Was that part of the prank? And then what did you do, Jesse? You smacked me over the head with a bottle, knocked me out, and then dragged
Because he deserved it.
Because I didn't know what to do. Exactly. You need to figure out a way to handle shit. You need to.
Yeah, well, Jeffrey was a hypocrite there because he didn't know how to handle shit neither. So he's a fucking imbecile because he also charged towards corn. Right? From remembering Psycho Brother Stomp's glasses. So, yeah. Very great point there, Jeffrey not. See, he had hardly any accountability in this video, yet Jesse half of the time had some accountability. So I can't believe most people were defending it. And this is a video before it had the new YouTube guidelines where it covers the dislikes, right? Used to have it covered up. It used to have more dislikes than likes. Why? Because for some reason people started to hate Jesse that much that they didn't accept him as a fucking human being. Anyway, let's carry on.
Your anger. It's been never ending. All this shit. You've always, for as long as I've known you, you've just been a fucking pest, dude. You've had the camera in front of my face, yeah.
He's not wrong.
Were you ever actually trying to help me through this shit?
Again, very, very true. He never did.
Are you dead fucking serious? Did you ever once decide, you know what? Let me put down the fucking camera and help my brother while he's dealing with that? Did that ever cross your mind? How
No.
about you apologize to that right now? How about you apologize to me right now? I'm gonna fucking apologize. Right, because you don't give a fuck. I filmed you, but you're the one behaving like an ass. Just like because you didn't give a fuck about mom.
Yeah.
Or else you would have been there every single fucking day like I've been through. Jesse, I have a job. I have a full-time fucking job. I have a lot of other responsibilities. Oh, you're gonna go with the conventional job route? Yeah.
That's it.
See, yours is here. Like, you get to choose your hours. I work for somebody.
Yeah. Jeffrey could fucking leave that shit. If he hated that job so much, the conventional route, like Jesse just said, leave the job. Leave it. Shitty jobs like that, right? Any normal person either put through it, say that they put through it, say it to close people that actually, yeah, my job is ass, I want to fucking leave my job. Or you do the right thing and feel like, nah, I resign, I'm leaving this shitty ass job. But no, he's taking the shitty normal route, even though he's building up his YouTube channel back in 2015. This was, right? Let me have a look. I think it was 2015. Yeah, 2015. So.
And I work for myself, and I do videos on YouTube. Yeah, you work for yourself. Isn't that what you wanted to do? Maybe it is, but that's not the path that I'm on now. Okay. All right. Well, it still doesn't change the fact that Thanksgiving was the only time you saw Mom until 1 week later.
So later on, I want to skip to the most vital part.
The only reason you were there.
So this is where Jesse goes onto the topic about Big Brother goes to see their mom, and Jesse was sussing it out, which I would. If I was him, I'd be sussing it out. Like, why was you really there? Like, you never usually care about mom. Then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, I'm going to go visit mom and play video games. So he finds out that Jeffrey was there also to try and find the play button. So here we go.
Was to actually give mom her clothes? Is that what happened? Yes.
Not long after.
No.
Here you go.
Why is that how you answer it? Because I shouldn't have to explain myself to
You should, Jeffrey. Don't try and avoid the situation here, you dumbass.
You need to calm down. You need to act like mature adult.
And this is a part that no one touches upon. The same dumbass keeps saying, calm down every few minutes. Did you know that anyone else being calm down would also flip their shit? Telling someone to calm down does not help the situation. If anything, it escalates it.
I'm the mature one here. Can we go back? All the shit that's happened to me. You have never once been your
This line I love. It's so true.
You have never been a big brother. Ever. All I had to do is deal with that shit, and you've never been there to help me through that. When I get things destroyed, when things happen to me and I'm freaking out, did you ever think maybe that's because I needed help?
Shut the fuck up, Jeffrey. People think he's the mature one. Oh, calm. You're not a fucking therapist, okay? I can't believe no one that I knew was like, actually, I'm gonna. Fine, they both kind of acted immature, but Jeffrey also was bad because he wouldn't stop saying calm down. That does not help at all.
And then you're gonna fucking try and act like you're the fucking on the high horse now, and then you're the bigger, better person.
Exactly. Because that's exactly what Jeffrey did. And then Jeffrey's going to bring up the bottle again. It was self-defense, which Jesse also explained in Psycho, Mom Divorces Husband.
Do you want to tackle Corn now because he's filming you? Is that what's gonna happen here? Is that what you would do? No, I'm not saying that's what I would. Bash me over the head with a bottle.
Which was deserved, I'm just saying. I know it could have killed him, but fine, that was bad, but...
Give me something real, dude. Don't fucking talk to him, Corn, because you've always been a dick to him too. The only time you're not is when you're trying to pay him to get him to do shit.
Facts, straight facts.
Been there, unlike you. Give me something real. Give me something real. Give me something fucking real. Oh, you actually want to go, dude? You actually want to fucking go? What are you doing?
Now this part is the most immature thing Jesse did, right? See, if I was going through all the mental trauma and burdens he was going through, and I've got my own, I'm pushing through them as best I can, but you see, Jeffrey wasn't exactly doing the primal kind of stance thing where he's ready for a fight. But because of what Jeffrey's been doing at the same time, you kind of don't blame him for thinking, oh, fuck, is he going to fight me? But this part was a bit immature. Jesse should have at least stood his ground, but not done the fight stance, because it makes him look very, very foolish. So this is the biggest part that I agree on. But most people say it was fucking hilarious, because why? Just why?
I don't know. Why the fuck are you coming close to me? You need to calm down.
I never noticed, real quick, how deep. I know you guys can hear my breathing, but like how much, like breathing like I'm doing right now, Corner's doing, but on the camera, that's just funny. Finally having a civil conversation. Like, this moment becomes very memorable in the Psycho series. Here we go. Here's where we find out about the play button.
Why the fuck are you so concerned where the fucking play button is? no, dude. I can see it right now in your fucking face. You're full of shit. You fucking at Uncle Larry so you can find my fucking play button?
That note seems very, very suspicious.
Pretense that you were fucking going to see Mom and you were looking for my play button. That is why. That is why right there. That is why I'll never.
This part here, I completely agree with him flipping out, because this proves the point. Jeffrey was a lying scumbag. Yes, Jesse has also lied out of his ass, but the whole build-up was there. He wasn't even completely there for the mom. He could have at least said earlier, oh, I was there for a different reason also, not just saying, oh, I'm there for mom.
Trust you, and that is why you're so full of shit. Maybe I was just trying to kill some Christmas. It's not there, and you'll never fucking know what it is. And why does the fucking big button matter so much? Because I want it, Jesse.
See, there you go. He flips out. He hit his boiling point. Like any normal human being, we get angry when things fucking build up. The 12-year-old me would have got them flipped out earlier, but no, I try my best to hold in my fucking anger before I freak out. But here we go.
I deserve it, not you. That a lot of people never get because you don't deserve it. You don't.
That's karma to you, Jeffrey. Not really, Jeffrey. So they basically talk it out, and then near the end is wholesome, because Dad comes into the room. They're like wondering, well, why are you guys kind of friends now, like brotherly bond? And then we'll just see the outro of this, and then we'll go on to the King Link 86 analysis of it. Bro, breakdown.
You're gonna start fucking streaming too? Yeah. Like legit this time, or is this bullshit and porn is gonna be in on that too?
Not anything valid this time.
Alright, so yep, got the subscribe thing, and that's it. Alright, subscribe to your Love you, J's to death. Don't forget to keep it rigid. Keep it rigid.
That part is wholesome. I remember laughing at that. He just says it, and then it's really awkward. So here we go. This is King Link 86 breakdown of it. This was the old Raymond, so of course his setup was different. He doesn't do the videos with the TV anymore, but he's matured a bit since then. He kind of like still questions Jesse's acts, but he doesn't go against him. And coincidentally, he's running it with a Samsung TV. I think he was watching it on, which my dad coincidentally has. So anyway, we'll go to the whole part here.
Maybe it was a little bit, overboard, but, there was reasoning. And when I say I'm sorry, that's admitting at least some mistake. So, there.
Some mistakes?
If you can't accept that, then that's...
See, Raymond already is giving attitude. It's not like Jesse didn't say that he's not admitting to anything, right? Because he could be so immature and so naive that he's like, oh, I've totally done nothing wrong. You're always the problem, Jeffrey. But no, he at least had some humility to be like, actually, I've got some fucking problem here. So
But my conscience is clear.
No, it's not.
I thought it was a bit. Okay, it wasn't completely, but it was a bit.
Because you're not going to anyway, because you never do. You never fucking listen to what I'm saying. You're never going to get all this.
And you never listen to what...
Jesse, I've been filming you for fucking years. Like, all these little freakouts that you do. Like, you can't behave like that. So to you act like you're fucking God's gift to the world. You're not any better than me, dude. What threw me up in the fucking neck? And then, okay, I was able to appreciate the creativity with that
See, and Raymond doesn't even fucking comment on this at all. Not once. Just like actually, when I think about it in the early episodes, no, he didn't. Including when the time when Soccer Dad got the Xbox, smashed the fucking rear, window of the car with the Xbox. No, he just laughed it off like it was some hilarious goddamn skit that someone did on the internet. Well, jokes aside, it was, but anyway.
Did you ever once decide, you know what? Let me put down the fucking camera and help my brother while he's dealing with that? Did that ever cross your mind? How about you?
You know, right there, that kind of. He makes a good point. You know, like
Okay,
I
so he
said,
does. I remember
brothers
this
are supposed
wrong.
to stick together
So at
and
least
be there for
he
each
does
other.
this. Just listen.
Now we've seen his dad destroy all of it. He saw on the very first Psycho Dad video when he threw his Xbox in the fireplace. He didn't stop it. And of course, oh, sorry about that. Oh, damn it.
This bit was a bit accidental, so.
I just lost my place. But, oh
I
well.
think it was like that.
Back to what I was saying. It's gonna play again the same thing, but just like what I said. So, let's think about this for a second. Like I said, he destroyed his Xbox by throwing it in the fireplace. Now, Jeffrey didn't stop it. He was just recording it.
Yep, exactly. In the first ever
But here's the
episode.
funny thing about this. Jess, instead of talking to his brother and finding and saying that I can't believe you posted this video of Dad breaking my Xbox and throwing it in the I'll pretend to be him. I was like, I can't believe that you threw my Xbox in the fucking fireplace. And Jeffrey, why didn't you help me? But no. Instead, he decided to pull a prank on him by recording from his friends. And how did that go? He said, hey, you want your camera? Here's your fucking camera! And he busted it, a $900 camera. And guess what? Instead of talking, he said, somebody come with me. Somebody come with me. I know. Come on, where's my friends at? He wanted his friends to come with him. It looked like he wanted to fight him because he destroyed.
Yeah, like that part was immature. He should have it was younger Jesse, but he should have confronted him by himself. So that was a good point because I actually forgot that shit did go down in that exact order. It's a very valid point. So this is quite long, so I'm just gonna go into the part where the argument gets a bit longer.
And you went to actually fucking see Mom. Because I don't think for a fucking second that that's why you were there.
Did I not bring her? Did I not visit her?
Yeah, you did those
Did I not
things.
hang out there or talk to Larry?
Yeah, but I find your timing of it all very weird. I find it strange that you fucking waited so many days, but yet you cared so much about Mom.
Job, hello?
Look, you wanna know why I got so fucking pissed off?
Go ahead. Tell me. What's that? Let's find out. What is it?
That's embarrassing. I forgot that happened as well. The timing of that was so awkward.
And that's the same reason Mom would always
Sorry, guys.
off of you because you never fucking listen.
Why don't you calm down? Calm down. Shit.
Listen to this.
Yeah, but you gotta say the same to Jeffrey because he fucking loses his marbles too. So yeah, not yet, but it's later. He does snap.
And there you are with Mom, with Uncle Larry, having a beer, playing video games, which is completely out of the norm. So fucking what? Here's the
So
point.
what?
You've always been Dad's favorite. I just want one fucking favor. I want to be somebody's favorite.
This part I skipped. This was also, so I'd say that the two most immature thing Jesse did in that video was one, the favourite part. He was acting like a whiny little fucking 10-year-old. And the other thing was where the whole fight stands. But everything else was very, very valid. And was needed. But this part, he was whining. Like, I never did that for my family. Because, like, I can imagine if I had a brother, and it'd be hard on me, I wouldn't be whining about that because I'll be fine. That at least, though. I'm probably my mum's favourite, but not my dad's kind of situation. But this part, it was like literally very, very bratty of Jesse to do.
You want to be a favorite? Let's talk about favorites here. parents love the kids equally. My mom.
I'd see this point again. May I quickly add? But you clearly see this. This would make the video twice as long as it's already going to be. Jeffrey, the dad version, so Jeffrey like senior, so not junior, whatever. He always favors Jeffrey more. You see, he hardly ever flips ever on Jeffrey, even when he's been doing wrongdoings, and he always blames Jesse's actions. It's very rare where the dad's actually proud. The only two occasions where he was proud was one when he was looking for jobs, and two when he thought that he killed an actual deer when it ended up being a fake one because they were going hunting. Other than that, his dad didn't give two shits. You know, his dad was always like, "Oh, you're playing video games today? How about you go get a job? You know, go get some sunlight." Or like blaming all the other shit. Or like, for example, in a later part, which I'm only going to spoil once, in the cycle update for Soccer Kid Moves Out, when he destroys the TV, that was only one TV broke, whereas the dad broke fucking multiple items. When if you do the math, probably is like 15,000 because you're including the price of consoles, which at the time were fucking hundreds of pounds. Well, it's the same. It would be the same in dollars as well, because that's like they're in hundreds for that as well. So that's a lot of money. So let's carry on.
Told me that. You know what's funny? I want to know how I found out about favorites when I was a kid. If you guys remember the TV show Rugrats.
Yes, my childhood.
Kids, Angelica was talking to Phil Lil, but Angelica was upset because these two were playing with each other instead of her. So she decided, they said that everything's always feeling Lil, feeling Lil, feeling Lil. They never play with me. I don't understand it. Unless I can find a way to pull them apart. And that's where she came. Okay, hello guys. I think you're the favorite. No, I think Phil's the favorite. And he's talking about favorites. And here's the bad thing about this.
Okay.
Look who's talking. You're the asshole too.
Give me something real, dude. Don't fucking solve so corn, because you've always been a dick to him too. The only time you're not is when you're trying to pay him to get him to do shit. He's my best friend and he's actually been there, unlike you. Give me something real. Give me something real. Give me something fucking real. Oh, you actually want to go, dude? You actually want to fucking go? What are you doing?
So this part was exactly that part was so immature. It's actually hilarious. Yeah, he does.
Give him a hug.
Jesse did need a hug then.
Hug him.
Literally.
Hug. Brothers
I
hug.
think Jesse's character, if that was the case, would have just let it in. Yeah, he would have still been a bit pissed off, but he wouldn't have been like, "No, get the fuck off me." He would have kind of embraced the hug.
Let him know that he's there. Hug. Hug.
Which never happens. Gives him a tap, which is good. At least there was a tap on the shoulder. It's getting close to the play button confrontation.
Yeah, good. Calm down.
Raymond here is just not jinxing it, but he's going a bit too like quick on it. How is Jesse gonna calm down this quickly? You must be
Just
fucking.
calm down. You're arguing over nothing.
No, they're not. This part I still disagree with old Raymond. 2015 Raymond was quite hypocritical.
You want a big brother? Hello, he's standing. He's sitting. He's staring. You're staring right at him.
Yeah, he is the big brother, but he doesn't act like it. Just because you're the older one doesn't always mean that you know all the facts and act like one. So this point again is that's 5 times I've included 5 flawed, facts.
He has been your brother all this time.
Not always.
Like I said, brothers don't show affection because, as you guys can tell, years apart. Want to hear something heartbreaking with me and my baby brother? Me and my baby brother we were born 6 years and 3 months apart. I was the oldest. My little brother didn't know me at all. So, yeah, wow. Yeah, he didn't know me. Huh.
I just want to quickly skip to the part where the play button, because I hope it's in this part. If not, I'll quickly do it on the part 2 analysis. Great, it's not on here. Right, we'll quickly watch part 2, because I want to see when he talks about the whole. I'll do search it because I didn't add it to my playlist. There we go, and we'll look at part 2 analysis. Breakdown, I mean.
YouTubers, I'm back. Kayla86, aka Raymond. Welcome to part 2. Sorry I got cut off because my battery died, of course.
That was
Such
boy.
life now. Now back to what I was saying. Brothers are supposed to be there for each other. I'm there for my brothers, and let me tell you, it's a privilege to be a big brother to these.
Yeah, it can be, but there are always the pros and cons. Here we go.
Oh, really?
Why are you? Why? No. Why the fuck are you so concerned where the fucking play button is?
So let's see how Raymond
He still
handles
has
this.
his play button.
Come on, no, dude.
Really?
I can see it right now in your fucking face. You're full of shit. You fucking had Uncle Larry so you can find my fucking play button? Fucking serious. You went there under the pretense that you were fucking going to see Mom and you were looking for my play button. That is why! That is why right there! That is why I'll never trust you, and that is why you're so full of shit! Maybe I was just trying to coax you very once.
Literally.
That's good.
No, it wasn't good. It was fucking stupid. And there you go. There's where he finally snaps. Like I said last time. That is proof that he has agreed of so wanting to desire this quote-unquote playboy that totally belongs to him. If you want it so much, just cut it in half. Get Psycho Dad to grab a chainsaw and cut it in half. Quite literally, because since his dad has this fetish for destroying shit. So, it's just kind of like one of those things. But I know that would just make him more angry because there was literally a video where they fought over the golden play button. But anyway.
He posted the videos on your channel. Maybe you should have made your own channel.
I don't get how you worded it, but like, yeah, Jeffrey was hypocritical because he should have posted some of the Psycho videos on his. That would have actually been a really, really good drama for it because the only kind of drama that ended up being was the 2 angle videos. Like, for example, Flatten's gaming layer that had 2 angles, which I loved that video for because, I found it really interesting. I remember someone made a side-by-side comparison on YouTube about it. But, it would have been more better drama if, like, for example, Jeffrey didn't put the video of a Psycho video onto the McJuggerNuggets channel, so then it caused like extra drama. That's what I would have done for the script anyway, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah.
Don't know how to act? Come on.
Nah, see this part, in my opinion, again, I'll say it once more, they both, in reality, didn't know how to act. Jeffrey was boasting too much, like, oh, calm down, like, I totally wasn't I wasn't totally going to visit Mom, just to see her and to care about her. No, I was also looking for the YouTube play button, Whereas, like, Jesse was also mature because he was pointing out the flaws in Jeffrey, but most of the time he was just fucking shouting too much. He could have, cooled down a bit. I think the biggest part that was valid though was where he said, that is why I don't trust you, you're so full of shit. That part. Because Jeffrey they both lie. I wish the dad noticed that more Because yeah, Jesse does get called out for it, but doesn't mean that Jeffrey is this good and golden fucking big brother who is got a heart of gold and doesn't act like a piece of crap sometimes, and you know has all the answers and is the stereotypical, oh, I'm the big brother so I'm better than you, I should know all the facts, I'll boss you around, if you fuck up I'm gonna make it a big deal type of thing. So
What the fuck? Why did they tell me? How am I supposed to respond to that shit?
I think someone should do, jokes aside, have a shot of either Jägermeister or Jack Daniels every fucking time Jeffrey's like, oh, calm down, calmly, calm. Just please shut the fuck up. If you were a therapist, you'd get fired on the first damn day, because that is not how you treat someone who's going through shit. Okay, you don't keep on telling them, oh, yeah, you act calmly, even though your dad just destroyed something that costs hundreds, I might add, hundreds of pounds or dollars, because it's dollars, because it's American. Still, that was totally not acceptable completely. Yeah, say it a few times, but he wouldn't shut his gob. He kept repeatedly saying that shit. So no. Which is a good point, because on a piece of paper acting like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter, is saying, but eventually it's gonna stab you in the back like, oh shit, I should have actually flipped out because shit's going wrong and my life is going downhill. That happens in like almost everyone's life. So yeah.
Yeah.
Really? And of course, Raymond just agrees on that. That part used to piss me off watching it, right? But we're going to skip to how he handles a part where they're actually friends.
So why should I have to knock? It's called respect. What? It's called respect. Well, what's going on? My mom and dad knock.
That's true, but Jeff the dad doesn't always give respect to his son. You should at least give some respect to your son for him actually trying instead of him just being a lazy fucking dickweed. Because Psycho Kid isn't even exactly a kid. He's literally a young adult. He's not 18, 19. He's in his mid 20s. So he's literally an adult. Not like, oh, you're an adult, you're 18 adult. No, he's an adult. He's in his fucking 20s, past his teens. So it's just, you know, the whole respect thing, because one of Psycho Dad's catchphrases, other than what ails you, was, you disrespected me. So it's like, yeah, what about the times where you disrespected your son? Because the part where Jesse got kicked out in Psycho Dad bust down door, Jesse says the iconic line, maybe you should think about how you treat your son. Because, just like kicks him out like it's no big deal. It's just like, that's not really how you treat your son, really, is it? I know that, and I'm not even an adult, complete adult yet. It's just like, it's not like I'm going to be a dad and do the stereotypical thing that everyone makes a meme of, and they've been milking it, pun intended, for the past decades, where it's like, oh, my dad went to go get some milk and never came back. Like, what the fuck? Carry on
My
anyway.
door, but I let him in. I'm glad they knocked. Years and now all of a sudden you're sitting down playing together. He was just showing me something in the game. Nothing about your mother.
You're gonna start fucking streaming too?
Yeah. Like legit this time, or is this bullshit and Corn is gonna be in on that too? And
I don't know anything about it this time.
hey, calm down. Come on.
Look, Jesse wasn't pissed off. He was just being a bit snarky about it, like anyone would. He wasn't raising his voice. There's no need to put a Jeffrey here, Raymond. That part was hilarious.
That's what my brother would say.
Yep.
Yeah. Love you, Jay's death.
That part's always hilarious.
That right there, that shows right there that, hey, they've talked. They're brothers. Come on. Hey,
So he talks for a long time. I just want to go right near the end.
But like I said, it's good. It is always good. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new reactions and new videos. And above all, like I always say, stay positive.
Which I also always preach to you guys on self-improvement. Always do that. So yeah. Now we'll be quickly having a look at what's left, Psych Update. So I gave it another watch yesterday. Spoiler. But I want to get to this part mainly. So Jesse, builds up on getting pissed off at the fact during Psycho. Wait, I didn't add the video. Alright, I'll quickly do this and then I'll go back to Psycho Dad demolishes gaming room. So this was basically the aftermath. So I'll quickly analyse the aftermath. I know it's not chronological order, but I want to quickly do that. So we'll analyse the aftermath, then we'll go back to the video before the aftermath. So anyway, it's about storage. I don't know it's about storage. Okay, it's not cool.
Have a job. If you want to do your videos, have a job and do it afterwards. And then you have to frickin' lie about it.
Here we go.
You get everything you deserve. Go ahead, sift through your shit, get it out of here.
Here we go. I love this part.
I can't even fucking say anything to you because there's so many things that I would want to say, but I know I would get my ass beat for it.
Which is not wrong.
Your ass ain't gonna beat. You almost just killed me, so what the fuck's the difference?
See, that outrage moment was completely needed because he almost did. Not only did he could have suffocated with all the fucking debris falling down on him, but also he could have got impaled by the metal casting. So yeah, this will be the end of part 1, guys. Subscribe for more content, and also the going detox. So we'll be analysing part 2 tomorrow, which I'll include the original Psycho Dad demolishes game room video. So I'm going to quickly go on to that now, ready for tomorrow. Here, because today, when this will be uploaded, is the anniversary for it. Oh, sorry, yesterday. But the aftermath, I think, came on. Wait, let me get my facts right. Did the aftermath get released today or whatever? I might be getting my facts wrong. Let me go back to my history. Sorry, that's my.
So what the fuck's the difference?
You get to hear that again. Yeah, the anniversary for the aftermath is today. Sorry, I got it all confused. But the anniversary for Psycho almost did like a YTP where it just repeated it twice. But yeah, so we'll actually do an analysis of Demolisher's Gaming Room because I forgot to add it to my playlist for the video that I'm doing. So hopefully you guys get more better understanding and have been agreeing with me thus far because I've been saying points that have been needed and I think it's a good in-depth analysis of the character because it kind of I've been inspired by kind of like the Patrick Bateman analysis video from like American Psycho. You know, people do like analysis of characters and all that stuff. So yeah, like I said earlier, stay positive, just like Raymond from KingLink86 said. Subscribe to become a detoxer, I mean. And we're on the road to 280 subs, so let's get there and pass the road to the whole goal. See you later, guys. Peace.